So what is a tensor ring? All right, so we usually utilize copper wire. It's like this. This is a 14 gauge copper wire. And copper, because it conducts the flow of energy or divine electricity. And this wire here is twisted. Looking down at the drill, it's twisted clockwise from this perspective. And we have the twisted wire, and then we cut it to something called a cubit measurement, which are sacred measurements from sacred sites around this earth and potentially further out than this earth. Some of these cubits come from different planets, different galaxies, depending on who came to help build certain pyramids. Wink, wink, wink. So we have the copper wire, and once we cut it to the cubit and it's twisted, we've now created an antenna that is picking up a frequency. For instance, if we cut the wire to 20.63 inches, we've harnessed a 144 megahertz of energy. And these qubits have different healing potentialities because different frequencies have different benefits for our health, spiritual health, mental health, emotional health, physical health. And these rings tend to work on the subtle energetics of our being. And yeah, when you begin to expand your consciousness, you realize that everything is very subtle. Very subtle. Like, healing it's actually a very subtle, gentle unfolding in my experience. And right here, I'm matching up the ends. So we're making something called a golden fire qubit right here. This measurement is from the brother Twisted Sage, who's been creating tensor technology for a long, long time. So we have these qubits, and the word qubit actually comes from the word elbow. So the measurement from the tip of the finger to the elbow. So yeah, this twisted wire, it's twisted because the first rings that were first created, in this age at least, in this cycle of time, or potentially even just this century, that at least came out to the collective. These rings came from a brother, Slim Sperling, who also worked with a lot of other beings to bring awareness to this technology. And basically, the first rings were not twisted. So they had a positive and a negative end to them. So the first rings were just positive, negative. So you had a beneficial, healing, regenerative, harmonic energy coming from this end, and then from the negative end it was harmful, it was destructive, it was an anti-life energy. So after playing around with this ring, Slim decided to twist it, and once this twist was created, you have a flowing energy going this way, and then you have one going this way. And in that, the polarities merge and create scalar energy or scalar waves or orgone energy or chi energy. This energy is life force energy. So ultimately, the purpose of creating a ring like this, you're creating positive, healing life force energy. So, and it can be any size, and you can double up qubits, you can times them by 4, times 8, times 16, times 32, or you can fraction them down. So this is fraction down, I believe, a golden fire measurement divided by 4. So it gives you that. So it's nice for wearing like a pendant, but basically once the ring is merged, which I'll give an example here. So I've joined the two ends very precisely. I'm going to turn the torch on. So we're going to get this going. I'm going to put a little bit of flux. Just a wee tad of flux. Double check. Using bronze brazing rods here. Yeah, so right here we've now created a beam of light or a portal of life force energy, and these rings work extremely well with water. They will structure water. They will keep water protected from harmful electromagnetic fields. They'll basically harmonize any frequency. Everything is frequency and vibration. So anything that comes within this pillar of this ring will be harmonized and will basically disappear. So yeah, these would be really good to put on the back of your cell phone. To wear this size as a pendant is really nice. You can just keep it in your pocket. It will automatically strengthen your energy fields. It will make you stronger in muscle testing. If you just hold a ring, it will keep the muscles very strong. So yeah, back to Slim twisting up. So the polarities merge, and it's quite simple. You can make rings with silver. Really, any closed loop of wire creates something called a tensor field, which looks like a thin film of soap. So that's why they are called tensor rings. You can also call them whatever you want. You can call them light rings. You know, get creative. I like calling them light rings. But yeah, something I wanted to mention was these are supports, they're assistants in the ascension processes of going from ego consciousness into God consciousness. Beings that resonate with this technology, they're on the healing journey. That's always a fact. But I would never depend on something outside of me to heal me. These rings will basically constantly blast you with this positive life force energy and their supports. And they bring more consciousness into your life. Especially your water. But so a tensor ring really is, it's a beam of light that extends out both ways very, very far. And they're just lovely little tools to have in your healing toolkit, just like any other tool. And they're very powerful. I've been making them for about 2 years now. And yeah, I still love making them. At some point, I probably won't be making them. But it's what I'm called to do right now, and to bring awareness to them and to technology that is in harmony with Mother Earth. And there's something very magical about them. They're just beautiful little tools, man. So I'm making a whole batch of them right now. And what I will say is that you as consciousness, the real self, which we all are, this is the true power. It just happens to be that as I abide as and in this power, I'm called to create this tech. And I mean, it's also supporting me financially. And yeah, it really does change people's lives. Because once you start to work with this technology, you start to wake up a lot quicker, and you can charge your food with it if you put rings in the fridge or on produce. It's a really good way to utilize them. You can speak through them. Basically, just picture them as portals. Portals of light, of divine light. What else can you do with Tensor Tech? I don't really like speaking in front of a camera, so this is kind of weird. But who knows, it might It might help somebody, it might inspire somebody. How do I use Tensor Tech? I mean, one of the main things is for healing the emotional body and the physical body. For a long time, I don't do it as much anymore, but I just lie down with rings whenever I felt anxious, fearful, whenever I felt like there was some sort of disease going on. I would lie down and I would put rings all over me. And you're basically baptizing yourself in holy light. And you're bringing all this positive energy into your field to help out the natural healing processes that are constantly going on. As I said, these are really divine supports. Rings will actually create ormus in your water. You can look into what ormus is, orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements. You can put a ring over your Wi-Fi router to neutralize the energies coming out the router. You can put them on your smart, what are they called? Smart houses. There's those little meters outside, smart meters. You can put one around that and it'll change the flow of energy that's coming into the house. Very magical technology. Yeah, I mean, there's really an infinite ways you can utilize them. You can put them around your faucets at home. You can charge your supplements. You literally, anything that's within this column is being charged with orgone energy. Well, Wilhelm Reich called this energy orgone. Some of the Russian scientists called them torsion fields, Meissner fields, tachyon energy. I think it's also called, brother, Wonka Tonka, I think the energy's been called. But yeah, it's cosmic energy. There's a cosmic ray of light that is emitting from these rings. You can put them around plants. Your plants will love them. They'll grow stronger. They'll grow faster. They'll give plants that grow fruits more fruits, a higher yield of food, basically. If you put these rings in your garden, that is an amazing thing. If you just drop one of these small ones in the soil, it's going to do wonders to your soil and do wonders to all the food that is growing in the garden. You can throw them in bodies of water that have been polluted to help purify and cleanse the waters. ultimately they're just super healing tools. It's only beneficial to life. And this isn't even talking about the harmonizers, which I don't have one near me, but they create a bubble field or a torus field that extends out really far depending on what size harmonizer you make. It'll be putting out the same light field. But yeah, and they're really nice to like to wear, and reminders. That's one of the things I've recognized in the past couple years. They're reminders of the true path, the path of the heart. Very heart-based technology. Wow. Wow. I just got crazy deja vu there. That was so wild. Anyways, yeah, if you want to acquire any rings, just DM me. You can message me. The Etsy shop's open. Here in service to Creator, as all beings are, whether it's in a positive or a negative way, but these rings are extremely positive and very connected to the heart. So sending lots of love.